Balikpapan has grown to maintain and develop its economy and development, not only in terms of quantity but also in quality.
Kami BPMP2T Kota Balikpapan mengundang saudara untuk berinvestasi di Kota Balikpapan dengan senyum, kenyamanan investasi, dan perizinan online yang membuat pelayanan investasi akan lebih cepat, pasti, dan murah.
Balikpapan's rapid economic development is running side by side with the mission to make the city of Balikpapan a livable city by continuing to improve its development performance, especially in relation to infrastructure and education. The airport is one of the biggest infrastructures and also the grandest in Balikpapan, with an area of 300 hectares and having a strategic position in the central region of Indonesia. Sultan Haji Muhammad Sulaiman has become the link area between Western Indonesia and the Eastern Indonesia region. And it also has the natural position of East Borneo as its main attraction for businessmen and tourists, both domestic and foreign. For sea transportation, this city has prepared a large port. The construction of Persiba Stadium, healthcare services via the regional public hospital, and a family amusement park. Balikpapan City has an active function as an administrative centre, a regional trade centre, an industrial centre, an airport transportation centre, an oil and gas processing centre. The construction of facilities and infrastructure that have already been prepared will support the economic growth of Balikpapan more rapidly. Balikpapan's economy is formed from the gross value added, or GVA, which is created in a region that is well known as a regional gross domestic product, or GDP. GDP per capita total at current prices in 2012 reached 100,626.86 rupiah and rose to 108,171.40 rupiah in 2013, whilst in 2014 the total GDP at current prices per capita increased again to 118,353.70 rupiah, an increase of a total of 4.67%.
Pada tahun 2014 yang lalu, dari rencana investasi di Kota Balikpapan 9 triliun, telah terrealisasi melebihi target sebesar 10,79 triliun. Sebagian besar mencakup di sektor industri, properti, jasa, dan perdagangan. Hal ini selain menandakan Kota Balikpapan menarik minat investor, juga satu indikasi kemudahan berinvestasi di Kota Balikpapan.
The industrial sector dominates the investment value in Balikpapan. Until the end of last April, investors in this sector projected a disbursement of capital up to 72.8 trillion rupiah. This number is targeted to rise to 10.79 trillion rupiah by the end of 2015. It means that the industry is dominating with a worth of 5.4 trillion rupiah and 800 million rupiah in the property sector, whereas the rest of it has gone to hotels and tourism. Services of the total capital invested in the oil town, not only in terms of capital and investment, has also recorded that this new industry will absorb up to 9,766 new workers this year, with a share of 57%, projected by the Human Resources Uptake.
Potensi di Kota Balikpapan sangat besar, apalagi baru-baru ini kita mendapat predikat Smart City kedua dari seluruh Indonesia. Kota Balikpapan sendiri telah melaksanakan beberapa event baik skala nasional dan internasional, apalagi didukung oleh SDM-SDM yang berkualitas.
In the environmental area, Balikpapan has, again, received the award as a smart city in the medium city category. This is mostly due to the management of the final disposal, or TPA Mangga, and also seeding at kilometer 12. It is the management of TPA Mangga using techniques known as Integrated Treatment Facility Technique, or ITF, that makes waste management less sophisticated by putting the waste inside the bins which have already been sorted into machines that produce derivative products. One of the derivative products is methane gas, which can now be utilized by people around the TPA. Besides producing methane gas, waste in the TPA manga will also be able to produce electrical energy, with the power output reaching 15,000 watts, equivalent to 15 kilovolt amperes.
Kalau lihat perkembangan kota Balikpapan sendiri, ini kota seperti punya magnet yang luar biasa. Hampir setiap hari populasi kota Balikpapan bertambah. Dengan bertambahnya populasi kota penduduk di Balikpapan ini, maka tumbuhlah yang namanya ekonomi di Balikpapan lebih bagus. Salah satunya restoran saya. Pengembangannya ini tidak hanya di sini saja, tapi di bandara juga kita kembangkan. Dan pada akhirnya saya juga mengembangkan potensi yang lain seperti membuat agrowisata di kilometer 23. Di sana akan saya buat agrowisata lestari, di mana yang akhirnya nanti akan jadi tujuan wisata terutama orang-orang Balikpapan dan mungkin juga dari Kalimantan Timur ataupun dari seluruh Indonesia.
The business sector is still wide open. Creative businesses in Balikpapan currently have a low level of competition, so businesses in both culinary or new restaurants will have an easy time developing and being successful. The business prospects of the hotel industry in Balikpapan are looking good when you see that Balikpapan, as a business centre, has a high level of visiting workers. To strengthen the expectations of the business world and expanding employment, Balikpapan has been providing industrial area of Karyango, or Ka, which is currently growing and developing, with the development between patent industry and the dividing region that has been determined. Industrial estate development pays close attention to environmental balance. Based on spatial planning from 2005 to 2015, Ka area is 2,198 hectares. There are changes to spatial planning 2012 to 2032, and the area is added to 2,721 hectares. The Ka area had supported by variety of integrated development, for instance, street access kilometer 13, PT Kaltim Karyango Terminal or Container Terminal, Balang Island Bridge, Balikpapan Samarinda Freeway, as well as international sports. PT Kaltim Karyango Terminal are managing 3 business segments: Container Terminal, Bulk Terminal and Multi-Purpose Terminal. Karyango Container Terminal has been operating since August 2012, where the container terminal has the facilities and equipment of international standard.
Posisi Balikpapan sangat strategis untuk masa depan investasi ya, di mana dia posisinya di Alki 2 dan juga dia berada di Teluk yang aman dan drop 14 meter LOS, dan juga dia sudah mempunyai jalan akses yang dibangun oleh provinsi ke kawasan ini, dan ada kawasan industri Karyango. Jadi kesiapan untuk bersaing ke depan, khususnya Balikpapan dan Kaltim, kami yakin ini akan potensi yang bagus ke depan. Posisi KKT sendiri selaku pelabuhan ekspor dan impor, ini keuntungannya sangat banyak untuk Balikpapan, di mana satu-satunya pelabuhan di salah satu di Indonesia, pelabuhan kelas internasional ya, yang memang langsung close dengan kawasannya. Artinya ini ke depan akan potensi untuk berbisnis di sini, ada suatu kemudahan di mana kos transportasi itu lebih murah karena langsung dekat dengan kawasannya.
The existence of Balikpapan as a city of services makes this area as the city of MICE, or Meeting, Incentive, Conference and Exhibition. Almost every year, various exhibitions and performances from international and national scale are held in Balikpapan. This MICE title is supported by the facilities and existing infrastructure, like a conference hall, restaurant and an international or national standard hotel, an art building with an area of 12,800 square meters, which can accommodate more than 1,000 visitors.
Saya melihat peluang bisnis di Balikpapan yang cukup besar, terbuktinya dengan banyak brand nasional maupun internasional yang sudah bergabung di kota ini. Dengan perkembangan tersebut, harapan saya semoga makin banyak investor-investor yang mau bergabung di Balikpapan dan CRT semakin sukses.
Business opportunity is still wide open in Balikpapan for all kinds of industry areas: trade, offices, shopping, culinary, services, education, and other fields. This is because Balikpapan is in the stage of a developing city with a significant welfare that is rapidly increasing, so that the purchasing power of the society is also able to enter the proportionate balance. To see the needs of Balikpapan that is rapidly growing with the availability of goods or services are still limited. With this opportunity, it is the right time to invest.
Setelah sekian lama, saya melihat banyak dari luar daerah yang ekspansi ke kota Balikpapan. Selain kondisi kota yang kondusif, Balikpapan juga role model di bidang industri kreatif, terutama di Kalimantan Timur. Saya berharap kota Balikpapan bisa maju beriringan dengan industri kreatifnya dan juga infrastrukturnya.
Currently, the government of Balikpapan are in the working of Balikpapan Expansion City Region, with the expanse of the area towards the beach. Additional infrastructure in the coast side is to actualize the land accretion, structuring parts of the city space, reorganization of the urban transport systems that are integrated, and the development of business and residential centers. Balikpapan city government will build coastal areas with major infrastructure along the 7.5-kilometer coastal road, which is scheduled to be completed in the upcoming of 2024. The building development will be developed in the shore region, located in the central area of the city of Balikpapan, starting from around inside Sudirman Street or landline side as the main road to the city border, or the beach about 500 meters from the lowest tide.
Potensi ini memberikan satu harapan bahwa bagaimana kita melihat dibentuknya kota baru dengan rencana Pemda setempat yang membuat juga sebuah area ya sepanjang 320 hektar 8 km coastal road yang melewati kawasan ini ada sebuah perencanaan yang tidak main-main. Jadi pada saat tertentu nanti di kemudian hari kota Borneo Bay City atau kota Borneo Bay bersama dengan Balikpapannya sendiri akan menjadi kota modern yang terbesar di Indonesia.
A coastal road will be constructed, extended from Banwa Patra until Stalkuda in 8 segments, in which 7 segments of it are offered to investors. 8 coastal road segments have a theme, such as the first segment is themed Tower Park, the second segment is Lagoon and Forest Park, segment 3 is a new civic centre, segment 4 is Old Downtown, segment 5 is New Downtown, segment 6 is Techno Park, segment 7 is Housing Park, and segment 8 is an artificial island on the outer side of Banwa Patra Beach with a small paradise theme. The second segment is devoted to city government offices and open green spaces for the public. Open green spaces must also be available in every segment that is built by investors.
Perkembangan ekonomi Balikpapan yang sangat kondusif dan terus bergerak maju menjadikan kota ini yang paling siap untuk menerima investor dari dalam dan luar negeri. Apalagi Balikpapan dalam posisi yang sangat strategis sebagai pintu gerbang Kalimantan Timur, berada di wilayah Alki 2, memiliki bandara internasional, pelabuhan peti kemas, dan berbagai infrastruktur. Karena itu, jangan ragu berinvestasi di Balikpapan.
Pada tahun 2014 yang lalu, dari rencana investasi di kota Balikpapan 9 triliun, telah terrealisasi melebihi target sebesar 10,79 triliun. Sebagian besar mencakup di sektor industri, properti, jasa, dan perdagangan. Hal ini selain menandakan kota Balikpapan menarik minat investor, juga satu indikasi kemudahan berinvestasi di kota Balikpapan. Kami BPMP2T Kota Balikpapan mengundang saudara untuk berinvestasi di kota Balikpapan dengan senyum, kenyamanan investasi, dan perizinan online yang membuat pelayanan investasi akan lebih cepat, pasti, dan murah.
Balikpapan has been prepared with urban planning, development of facilities and infrastructure to open up opportunities for investors.